Hey guys, Crewman here, and in this week's profitability video, I'm going to do things a little differently. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what I'm mining, why I'm mining it, and then I'm going to show you if I've switched coins. I'm going to tell you why I've switched. Then I'm going to show you the latest cost of how much my farm is costing per day to run. I'm going to show you what I'm mining and how profitable I am, and then I'm going to show you why I'm mining in the negative and why I'm okay on mining at the negative. So newsflash, I'm not very profitable. And then I'm going to give you my future plans and tell you what the next few weeks holds for the Crew Shed. So let's get to it. Alright guys, so whether you're a new member to the channel or you followed me before, you'll know, or I'll share with you, that I was previously mining Radiant, Ergo, and Zill. And I just want to preface with, everybody should be mining Zill. No matter what you're mining, you should be dual mining Zill. It's just a no-brainer. Doesn't matter what GPUs you're using, you should be dual mining Zill. However, if you look at the price of Radiant in the last month, it has taken quite the dip, as you can see here, from about April 27th to about May 23rd. It's gone down about 47%. So quite the dip. And normally that would be okay if you're not planning on selling, but if you look at the hash rate over the last month, it's gone down, but it hasn't gone down that much. You know, we're at about April 27th numbers, so it was at about 109 terahash. It spiked up to about 176, and now we're up to about 124. So we're still higher than we were a month ago. So the Radiant hash rate is not going down relative to the price. And actually a good way to see that is to go on hashrate.no and look at the rewards versus the price. You can see it's gone down about 20% in the last week, and the rewards are only about 12%, which is not good, and it's worse when you scale it out over a month as well. So I made a change. Now I know I'm going to be eating crow when I say this, and I said ironfish mining was dead, and at the time I believed it. However, if you look at the price of ironfish now, which is not good, it just keeps going down. It's lost a ton of its value, but the hash rate has gone down, and it seems like the iron rate hash rate has fallen accordingly. If you look at where it was when it started, it was at about 5.52 petahash, and we are now down to actually probably a little bit under 3 petahash, which means the network has lost almost half of the hash rate, which is good. And if you look at the rewards versus the price, you can see that the rewards are actually outpacing the price of ironfish, which is a good thing, and that's where you want to be. So that made the decision easy for me to switch from Radiant to ironfish. Now, I'm still staying with Ergo because the price has only gone down about 15%, and while the network hash rate has gone up a tiny bit, you know, we're only talking like maybe a terahash versus where it was at the all-time high. If you look at the last month, you can see it's basically been pretty steady. Let's look at the last 3 months, sorry. It's been pretty steady on the downswing. It's going up a little bit, but not too much. I'm comfortable where it is based on how the price really hasn't moved. It's, like I said, it's only gone down 15%. And then, you know, as with Zill, we're just mining Zill no matter what. I mean, it's down 30%, which is not good. But you know, we're still mining away. There's no reason not to mine it. And if we look at the Zill network hash rate, you can see in the last month that it's actually gone down a little bit. Which is certainly not a bad thing, and the rewards have gone up. And you can actually see that right here as well. You can see the price has gone down, but the rewards have gone up quite a bit. So, you know, I was going to mine Zill no matter what, so it just is like a no-brainer to keep going on it, especially since the rewards are up. And the final coin I'm mining is on my 4000 series rig. I'm mining Nexa because it's the most profitable on my 4000 series, my test rig. And you know, the earnings are okay, and I still have faith in the coin even though it's tanking, but everything is tanking, and I'm just going to build a bigger bag than I already have. Okay, so now let's go over the numbers everybody wants to see. Let's go over my profitability numbers. So first we have to figure out how much my power rate is. So Basically what you have to do is, because I have my delivery is fixed and my distribution is not, the more power I use, theoretically, the less my kilowatt hour price is. So if you look here, the test circuit is my garage. I've got 120 amp in my shed, and then I've got 4 circuits in my shed that I use, and I've got one that I host. And you can see I'm using about 394 kilowatt hours. My distribution rate is 7 cents, so it comes out to about $1,172. My delivery is a flat $439, and then the guesstimate of my bill comes out to $1,612. Now remember, this is just my shed and everything that's using my GPUs. This is not my house, so it might be, it'll obviously be more, but my kilowatt hour rate might be a little less. So I'm at about 10 cents per kilowatt hour, a little bit less. I think it would go down to about 10 cents exactly when you filter in the house. But that is not the whole story. Now that we have the kilowatts per hour and we have the guesstimate, now I actually have to figure out how much my farm costs per day. So basically, I cut the hosting out because that does not apply to how much my farm costs per day, because my friend is paying the power on that one. So if you look at, I basically take all the kilowatt hours and then I recalculate the bill, and then I divide the bill by 31 days, and on the bottom you can see I come out to $47.94. And you can see what I'm mining, and that's what this is what I get 24 hours is the actual yield. Ironfish as of now is giving me $11.87. Ergo is giving me $18 a day. Zill is giving me $6.87 a day, and Nexa is giving me $221 a day for a total of $38.95. So I'm basically losing $8 a day mining as of today's profits. Now obviously you know that the profits can change on a daily basis due to the yield and to the price, so take all of that with a grain of salt. So the final thing I want to so next what I want to go over is, why am I mining at a loss? Some people will say, man, why don't you just buy the coin? There are a few reasons I don't want to just buy the coin. So let's go over the first one. The first one is power. So I am able to write off my power bill. Now what I want to show you guys is, if you look at my farm cost per day, it's about $47.94 as of today. Well, if you were to take what it costs to run the farm, so we'll just do $48, you times it by what I think my tax rate is, so you're looking at about 23%, I can deduct about $11 a day off of my power usage. So when you subtract 48 minus 11, you get $37, which is basically what I'm making per day. So the write-off of the power knocks off about what I'm losing per day, and then I also don't have to worry about buying the coins. But say I want a bag of Radiant, right? We're just using Radiant as an example. I'd have to go to TradeOgre or TXBIT or BitX1, which means I have to move funds from my main exchange, and I have to transfer them through, most of the time it would be the USDT, which has fees associated with it, or I'd have to convert it to another coin, which creates taxable events and a lot of headaches. So frankly, it's just easier to mine the coin instead of buying it and put it in a hardware wallet or software wallet until I'm ready to sell it. Plus, I have the ability to write off my power, and then finally, one of the now this is just a personal reason, I don't really have much data behind this one, but if you look at my power, my farm cost per day, my electric bill is about, let's just say it's $1,486 a month. Well, for me that means I'm not going to spend any more than that because I'm limited to my power. Whereas if you're buying the coin, what if you buy high, or you think it's profitable, or whatever reason, and you decide you want to buy more? Where does it stop? Now again, that's just my opinion. I don't have any facts behind that or any studies. It's just another reason that I prefer to mine at a loss instead of buying the coin. And we're talking a minor loss. We're not talking $20, $30, $40 a day. That's a totally different story. So what I'm taking a look at is, for the following weeks, is I'm looking at Nexa. Now I know the price is really bad, but the hash rate is going down. It's going down. It's at about 17 terahash. Now, the rewards are not keeping up with the price, which is not a good indicator, but I have my 40 series rig on it because it's profitable, and it is worth looking into for the rest of my farm. I do have a large bag of Nexa though, which might influence me to not maybe go much more into it. A coin I'm looking at is Lithium. The network hash rate seems to be going down. And again, the rewards are not keeping up, but I don't have a bag of it, so it might be something I'm considering. As well as Conflux, I'm looking at that, but the network hash rate is still a little too high for my liking. And rewards are actually going down in Conflux, as well as the price. So that's actually not a good sign either. So, the only thing that would maybe let me consider it is I don't have a bag of Conflux, but I don't know. I'm not sure. These are just the coins I'm thinking about. One thing I have to consider though is that I have been holding my coins this past month. I actually paid for my whole electric bill out of pocket because the Zill is pretty bad, and I usually use Zill to try to pay for a lot of my bill. And I was able to work out a negotiation with the wife where I could go 1 full month in debt with power, which means next month I will have to sell to cover basically last month's half of the power bill and this month's half of the power bill, no matter how bad earnings are, which I'm not too excited about, but that's the promise I made to her. And you know what they say, guys, happy partner, happy life. So yeah, so GPU mining is not the best right now, but it's not bad. I mean, you can build up a bag, and the losses we're talking about, like I said, for me, I'm only losing $10 a day. It's really, really not that bad, especially considering where we were, a year ago with the gloom and doom of ETH mining coming up, and everybody thought proof of work mining was dead. It's definitely not. It's far from dead, and it's thriving, guys. Take advantage of this time for lower GPU prices, better yields. Make it work for you guys. That's the point of GPU mining. We got to make it work when everybody else tells us we can't. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe. Crewman out.